Hey there, what's up guys, it's Crazy Wink here, and today I'm going to be talking about the warrior changes that are coming in patch 5.4, and this is going to be from a PvP perspective because that's all I do. So yeah, let's start. It's pretty exciting because we're pretty much only getting buffed in very few nerfs. So starting off with Blood and Thunder, it's getting a slight buff. It's going to also increase the damage of Thunderclap by 50% now, and currently all it does is applies deep wounds to your target when you Thunderclap them. So now on top of it applying deep wounds, it'll also do 50% more damage on that Thunderclap. So it's pretty good, and also to go along with that, deep wounds is getting buffed. So it's getting a 65% damage increase, that's pretty big. So in case you don't know, deep wounds makes our Mortal Strikes, Bloodthirst, and Devastate have bleed effects. And currently right now they do 30k damage over 15 seconds, but after this 65% buff, it means that we're going to do 50k damage in that time, and that's a huge difference. So that's going to be really good, especially for keeping like rogues and stuff out of stealth. You know, you want that bleed there, and now it'll even do more damage to them, so it's actually effective too. So Hamstring is no longer in a global cooldown, which will be helpful for snaring and whatnot. This one's pretty big for arenas. Shattering Throw is no longer going to cost any rage. Now, that might not sound like, you know, whatever, but if you think about it this way, that you can now shatter someone's bubble, you can shatter a pally's bubble and not have to use that little bit of rage, even if it's a little bit. Now you can use that rage right after you shatter the bubble on an attack, so that means you can get even more damage out after you shatter their bubble, and that's a pretty big deal. So I'm looking forward to that one in arenas for sure. Excuse me. So this next one is a little bit weird. Shield Wall is no longer going to require a shield. So I mean, it's kind of weird. I guess that a visual comes up now of a shield if you don't have a shield on and you use it. So I mean, it's going to be really good, because if you don't know, Shield Wall reduces damage by 40% for 12 seconds. A whole 40% damage reduction for 12 seconds. That's huge. I mean, that can be the difference between life and death. So I'm definitely going to have to look into it a little bit and see what kind of things you can do with it. Along with Shield Wall not needing a shield, they're also removing the requirement for a shield on spell reflection. Now, warriors for the most part usually spec in mass spell reflect, so it's not going to be like a huge thing, but I guess you can alternate cooldowns. Like if your mass is on a cooldown, then obviously you use the other one. It's not as good as the mass, but it's still spell reflect. So now I'm going to go into spec specifics, and I'm just going to focus on arms because this is about PvP and I don't care about the others. So starting with Seasoned Soldier, it's going to reduce the rage cost of Thunderclap by 10. So Blizzard is really pushing Thunderclap on PvPers, so I'm wondering if it's going to be pretty good now. I mean, we're getting that 50% damage buff on it and now 10 less rage to do it. So, and it's applying deep wounds. I mean, it already does that, but I'm thinking Thunderclap is going to be a pretty good thing in this next patch. So currently what Seasoned Soldier does is it gives us a 25% damage increase for using two-handers, and it also reduces Whirlwind's cost of rage. So now we're just going to add Thunderclap to that as well. So this next one is a really big one. Slam is now going to deal 25% more damage. Now, if you don't know, Slam right now already hits pretty hard. Like, I'm trying to think. I can probably hit a 50k not critting with Slam right now. So the fact that it's getting buffed 25% and I'm hitting 50ks with it right now, like unbuffed, that's crazy. That means Slam is going to be really good next patch. And also on top of that, if you are using sweeping strikes and you use a slam while you're using that, is a 35% damage increase. So 35% damage boost to an already good attack. That's crazy. The only downside, I guess, is that it does cost 25% more rage, but I mean, if you think a 25% damage for 25% rage, yeah, that's worth it. And considering that it's only 20 rage right now, that means it's only going to be 25 rage. So 5 rage for 25% damage. Yeah, I will take that any day. So let's see. Yeah, there's only one more arms buff, and it's sweeping strikes, which we were just talking about. So sweeping strikes is now going to hit the additional target for 75% damage, up from 50%. So this is really big in arenas too, because you're hitting both the guys now, except he's not getting 50% damage, now he's getting 75% damage. So a whole 25% damage more to this guy. And if you use your slam, then you're going to be hitting 35% more damage on top of that 25% more damage on that guy. So I'm so excited for this patch because I didn't realize how much we were getting buffed until I really looked into it. So I mean, it's not huge, but it's still a buff. So now I'm gonna go into talents, and I'm just gonna pick and choose which ones I'm gonna talk about because a lot of them don't relate to PvP, and that's all I care about. So okay, we're gonna start with the biggest one because this one's crazy. So, oh wait, maybe no, we'll do this one. Okay. Bladestorm's cooldown is now a whole minute shorter. Now, if you don't know, Bladestorm's cooldown right now is 1 minute and 30 seconds. So that means that reducing it by 1 minute, we have a 30-second cooldown on Bladestorm. Now you're thinking, okay, well, Bladestorm's not that good. Wait. It's getting buffed 60% damage on top of that minute reduction. So we're getting buffed from 120% damage to 180% damage every 30 seconds. That's insane. Every 30 seconds we can use an AoE attack that has 180% weapon damage. That's insane. Oh my gosh. So I mean, this is going to replace Dragon Roar. It has to. There's no way Dragon Roar is going to be able to compete with this. There's no way. So I think Bladestorm is definitely going to be a must for every warrior from now on. So, so excited for this patch. Only one more week. The last buff I'm going to talk about is Enraged Regeneration. It now instantly heals 10% of your total HP, up from 5%, and it also now heals 10% over how long is it? 5 seconds? Yeah, up from 5%. So it's a total of 20% of your HP with that over time and instant, and before it was 10%. So it's a 10% heal buff. So I don't think it's going to be able to replace Second Wind because Second Wind is really good. I don't know. I'm definitely going to give it a try though, for sure. I'm not going to just disregard it immediately, but I don't know. Second Wind's kind of hard to beat. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for Warriors, guys. It's looking pretty good. I'm thinking we're going to do okay in this next patch, and really excited for it. And yeah, check out my buddy Death Glavio's video if you're into rogues too. He has a video about the buffs and nerfs that rogues are getting in 5.4, so check that out too. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.